Hey friends, Kyle here from Tippy Canoe Herbs and Root Radical. This is an excerpt from our Herb of the Week series that we're doing, this one on wood betony. We are doing a deep dive series. Every single week we are delivering 60, 75 minutes of lessons on an herb, medicine applications, astrological correspondences. You could find that at rootradical.teachable.com. The context for where we're picking up here, we're just started talking about Maude Grieve's Herbal, a modern herbal. And this is the middle of the episode, so let's jump right in. And she says, the Italians say, sell your coat and buy Betony. And then people copy and paste that over and over without any further explanation. Well, it just so happens that we have an Italian. Our very own Serena Marinelli, welcome back, herbalist, co-founder of Tippy Canoe Herbs, super crunchy mama, linguist, and court Italian. Do you have any information or what the heck does this mean? Sell your coat and buy Betony.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, there is a Bergamasco version of the saying that you were telling about. Bergamasco is the dialect from my region. And it goes, se il saesev cosa al valla petonega, endrasev la tonega per viga la petonega. That means if you knew how valuable is Betony, you would sell your tunic in order to get Betony. And I think that's because it was a very valuable and useful herb in folk medicine. But the interesting thing is something that just clicked and I never realized it before we started talking about it. The Bergamasco word for Betony is petonega, and it's a very, very common term to call an old lady, usually old lady, which is very nosy and gossipy. So it has a very strong negative connotation, and that's why I never put the two things together. So yeah, and I think the reason why the word petonega is used is because it just pops up everywhere. It just grows wherever you go, where you don't expect to find it. So yeah, it's a pretty negative term. So just don't be a petonega, just be a betonica officinalis. It's way better. Save yourself a headache.
Wow, that is brilliant. Thank you so much. I am so glad we got to the bottom of that. Every time I read that, copy and paste it or whatever, I'm always just like, that is just a hanging chad to me. I just want to know. And I'm wondering why aren't we following up on this, you know? Let's get to the bottom of it. I'm so glad we did. It is really refreshing. So my mind is going off right now. A lot of things are clicking for me. So the first thing that clicks for me is that we're not talking about a coat. We're talking about a tunic. And in the context, astrologically, as we present wood betony in the sign of Virgo, Virgo is correspondent in the tarot to the Hermit card, which is very often portrayed as a bearded old figure that has a tunic on and is away from the public, leaving this like gossipy area of the public and going into the private realm. And the other thing that sets up for me is a verse that has always kind of stuck with me in the Bible. It's in the book of Luke, and I looked it up. It's chapter 22, verse 36. I'm not like remembering these things off the top of my head, but Jesus is telling his disciples, he says, let the one who has no sword sell his cloak and buy one. And hearing these two adages together has always made me realize that it is not about, departing from your material cloak and getting a sword so you can like stab some Romans or something like that. It's actually an allegory for leaving your private sphere like the hermit who has become a miser of wisdom and knowledge, is up there in the cave studying and getting all of this information from the cosmos, from his dreams, from wherever, his or her dreams, and leaving that area and going into the public space to share it, to minister, to bring others back to health, to apply it as wisdom. If you ever get a tarot reading and you draw that hermit card and it's upside down, or you feel like that out of balance Virgo aspect where we're always analyzing, overanalyzing, thinking, too much thinking, not applying our lessons, not applying that wisdom. This is what Wood Betony can help us do too, is bring that mercurial energy back down into the body, back into the guts, as above, that spiritual, fertile spiritual energy down below into our will center, and vice versa. Moving our will center, the solar plexus, the I will, outwards into the world, into the public. Man, that is profound. My mind is blown. I'm so glad I asked. Wow. See, what did I tell you? Be Tony. Hey, Tony, you got a problem? Forget about it.